When I'm starting a new day, with my worries far away, I like blue skies and new sights, so many words to say. It's the right time, it's the right time. Loops, dots, and lines, I feel just fine. Let's write the time away. It's the right time.
Hi, boys and girls. Bob and I have been very busy practicing our downcurve strokes. That's because today we're going to work on the last 3 letters that begin with a downcurve stroke.
I know what they are, Miss Locy.
You're on, Bob.
Today's first downcurve letter is the letter O, found in the words or and boat. The letter O has only 3 strokes, but they have to be written correctly. There's the downcurve that starts at the midline. Next is the undercurve, and finish with the check stroke.
I'm going to write the letter O first, and then we'll write it together. But before we get started, make sure only your paper and pencil are on your desk, and of course, your It's the Right Time folder. Are you sitting up straight with both feet flat on the ground? Good. Now we're ready to write. Pick up your pencil and follow me. The letter O starts with the downcurve at the midline and undercurves at the baseline. Close the O and check stroke. Remember, the check stroke begins and ends at the midline. Before you start to write, I want you to take a close look at the shape of the O. It's not a round circle, but more of an oval shape with a forward slant. By having the correct paper position for right-hand writers and left-hand writers will help with this forward slant. All right, pick up your pencil and write with me the letter O. At the midline, start with the downcurve, curve, close, and check stroke. Again, downcurve, curve, check stroke. One more, downcurve, curve, check stroke. Make sure your check stroke swings out away from the O, so then you're ready for the next letter. Let's connect the O with another letter.
How about an A?
Okay. The letter A starts with the downcurve stroke, so it will be interesting to see how the A joins the check stroke. Write with me this time. The O starts with the downcurve, curve, and check stroke. Downcurve for the A, curve back to the midline, pull, and curve back to the midline. Remember that cupping motion when connecting with a letter that starts with a downcurve stroke. Let's write it again. Here's the O, then over to the A, and downcurve, curve, pull, and finish. Now, what letter can we add to the O and A to make a word?
How about an R? That spells or.
We saw the word or earlier, so that's a good word. Let's write or together. Again, the O starts with the downcurve, curve, and check stroke, and downcurve the A, and curve to the midline. Slant right, pull, and curve to the midline. Did you remember how to write the letter R? Then let's write it again. Downcurve, curve, and check stroke, and downcurve the A, and curve to the midline, slant right, pull, and curve to the midline. The only way you'll remember is by practicing. Okay, we joined the letter O with another downcurve letter. Now, let's join the letter O with a letter that begins with an undercurve.
The letter F is a good one.
Yes, it is. And it also spells the word of. Write it with me. At the midline, downcurve, curve, check stroke, and curve up to the top line, loop back, pull, and loop forward, and finish. All right, pencils down. Once again, you should be familiar with writing the letter F. I want you to spend a few minutes every day practicing what we've already worked on. That way, you'll be ready to move on to more words and eventually even sentences. Okay, Bob, what's our next down curve letter?
It's the letter C, found in the words chew and face. The letter C has two full strokes, the down curve and the under curve. Seems simple, doesn't it? But like any other cursive letter, it must be written correctly. The letter C actually starts just below the midline, then comes back up and touches the midline. It continues with the down curve, then under curve and finish at the midline.
I'll write the C first and then you'll write with me, so get ready. Starting just below the midline, touch the midline and down curve to the baseline. Then under curve back to the midline. All right, pick up your pencil and let's write the letter C together. Just below the midline and down curve, under curve, and finish. Write another one with me. Down curve, curve, and finish. Do you see how the under curve finishes away from the letter? You need to take the C a little wide in order to join the next letter. And one more, down curve, curve, and finish.
Miss Losi, can we join the letters C and O? I know that's joining two down curve letters.
Why not? Let's write C-O together. Just below the midline and down curve, curve up to the midline, cup the O and down curve, curve, and check stroke. Make sure when writing the under curve for the letter C, it comes out wide enough to leave space for the next letter. Let's write it again. Down curve, curve, and here's the O, and finish with the check stroke. And one more, down curve, curve. Remember the cupping motion when joining the O, and finish. Now that we have the letters C and O, what can we spell with that?
Oh!
I think what Bob is hinting at is that he's cold. That's C-O-L-D. This word has 3 down curve letters. Are you ready? Then pick up your pencil and write with me. At the midline, down curve, curve, and over to the O, down curve, curve, check stroke, up to the top line for the L, and curve to the midline for the D, and finish. It's the same cupping motion for the down curve with the D, and that's how you spell cold. Gesundheit. Now, I want you to put ovals in between the letters to see if you left enough space. Follow along with Bob. If your letters are too close together or too wide, then you know what you have to practice. Okay, put your pencils down.
We have one more down curve letter, Miss Losi.
That's right, Bob. It's the letter Q.
The letter Q can be found in the words quiet, shh, and squeak. There are a few more strokes in the letter Q than there are in the letters O or C, but you already know the strokes from the letters that we've already worked on. The letter Q starts at the midline with a down curve, under curve back to the midline, slant or pull down through the baseline, loop forward, close at the baseline, and under curve to the midline. Make sure your loop closes near the baseline.
Thanks, Bob. I'll write the letter Q first, so keep your pencils down for now. The letter Q starts with the same down curve, curve, pull down through the baseline, loop forward, under curve, and finish. Make sure it's a loop forward. So it's down curve, curve, pull, loop forward, and curve. Now it's your turn. Pick up your pencil and write with me. Here we go. Down curve, curve, pull down through the baseline, loop forward, curve, and finish. Again, down curve, curve, pull, loop forward, and curve. Make sure your loop is open. And one more, down curve, curve, pull, loop forward, and curve. The letter U usually follows the Q, so let's practice that. Write with me. From the midline, down curve, curve, pull, loop forward, curve to the midline, and start the letter U. This is where your practice comes in. You should already know how to write the letter U. Let's write it again. Down curve, curve, pull, loop forward, curve, and finish the letter U at the midline.
What word can we write with the letters Q, U?
There's a whole dictionary filled with words that begin with QU. For example, the word quote, as if I quote from a speech.
87 years ago.
Bob was quoting the beginning of a speech from President Abraham Lincoln. So the letters are Q, U, O, T, E. Let's write that together. Start at the midline with a down curve, curve, pull down, loop forward, and curve right to the letter U, curve to the midline and down curve, and check stroke to the top line for the T, curve to the E, and finish at the midline, and cross your T. Okay, let's write one more word that has down curve letters. Bob?
How about doctor?
Doctor it is. Try and keep up with me. Here's the D, O, and check stroke to the C, then up to the T, and another O, check stroke over to end with the R. Don't lift your pencil until you've completed writing the entire word, then lift and cross the T. What I want you to do now is check your letter spacing with the oval circles. Not too close or too far apart. Just right. You've done some very good work today. I thought you might like to know that you have now completed writing 20 lowercase cursive letters.
Way to go! Whoopee!
Wow! So, how many lowercase cursive letters are left if we already practiced writing 6 downcurve letters and 14 undercurve letters?
If I carried a 6 over to 14, no, that's not right. There's 26 letters, so if I subtract 6 from 14, then multiply...
6.
6? Oh, I knew that.
Of course you did. I want you to keep practicing not only what we covered today, but also all the other letters we've learned so far. Be sure to put today's date on your paper and place it inside your It's the Right Time folder.
I have to go now.
Where are you going?
I have to practice my cursive writing.
Good idea. But first, say goodbye to the boys and girls.
Goodbye.
See you again real soon. Bye-bye.
With my worries far away, I like blue skies and new sights, so many words to say. It's the right time. It's the right time. Loops, dots, and lines, I feel just fine. Let's write the time away. It's the right time.